Mr. Bansali wants what he wants, and his nuances. I was saying this in one of my interviews. I said, जहाँ पे एक्टर की सोच खत्म होती है ना, वहाँ पे सर की सोच शुरू होती है लाइफ में. He has a sense of perfection कि that the bulb has to be right, the lighting has to be perfect, the shawl that you wear can't have a crease. There's an art prop that's moved a little, has to be straight. His observational skills are phenomenal, dude. He's like an eagle.
Wow.
He can spot things from very far. Mr. Bansali is the best film school an actor can ever go to. Hi, मैं हूँ अध्ययन सुमन और आप मुझे देख रहे हैं फिल्मी पर.
Hi, this is Raj Shukla from Filmy, and today I'm in conversation with Adhyayan Suman and Fluffy.
And Fluffy Suman, yes.
Fluffy Suman.
Yes. He's not a part of Hira Mandi though. Just yeah.
Just Hira.
Just Hira, yeah.
No Mandi. Yeah. A very warm welcome to Filmy.
Thank you Siddharth for having me.
So I want to start with how did you land up the role?
How did I land up a role in a show called Hira Mandi? Yeah, it's
Yes.
I think my mother's blessings. She's prayed too hard for me. But apart from that, I was obviously asked to audition for the role by Shruti Mahajan, who I'm very grateful to at least give me the chance to audition. And when I auditioned for the role, I actually didn't get the role. Somebody else was signed for the role. And it was the most heartbreaking thing for me because it's been every actor's dream to be, wanting to work with Mr. Bansali.
Yeah.
It didn't happen, and I tried to move on.
Absolutely.
And after 2 months, I was sitting right here, and I got a call from Ms. Shruti Mahajan's office, and she said, before she started talking, I said, "Do not tell me that you're calling me back for Hira Mandi again." She says, "I am, but you need to calm down. But I'm not sure right now. Do not go and break this news to anybody till you are actually signed.
Yeah.
Wait." And then the next thing I knew, I was on set, and I ended up getting Zorawar's role in the show. And then while I was filming for Zorawar, I actually got another role in the show. I played 2 characters in the show. So I also play Zulfikar, which is played by my father. I also play his younger version in the show.
Wow. No, that's amazing. Like from not being cast to getting 2.
Precisely my point. Bhagwan deta chappar phad ke deta.
Yeah.
I guess that really works for me.
Yeah. Talking about Hira Mandi, is Sanjay Leela Bhansali really the taskmaster that we all hear?
When you talk about being a taskmaster, it's because there's a sense of perfection that he holds, that he wants from his actors. He loves his actors, right?
Yeah.
And Mr. Bansali wants what he wants, and his nuances. I was saying this in one of my interviews. I said, जहाँ पे एक एक्टर की सोच खत्म होती है ना, वहाँ पे सर की सोच शुरू होती है लाइफ में. आप जिस तरीके से एक सीन को देखते हो, उनके 15 तरीके हैं उस सीन को देखने के लिए, right? And he does a lot of rehearsals on set. And and he would want to rehearse a scene every time differently, and then he picks and chooses on how he wants to take the scene forward, how he wants to take the scene forward. So I think Mr. Bansali is the best film school an actor can ever go to, because there is so much that you learn just observing quietly and sitting in a corner. Forget even being directed by him. When you just sit and understand how he processes his, like, what is he doing right now? He's walking on. He'll remove his shoes and he'll keep them on the side, because वो सेट उनका बच्चा है, बच्चे की तरह. He loves his sets. He designs those sets.
Yeah.
He'll sit there. He'll sit on the floor. Imagine having Mr. Bansali sit on the floor.
चप्पल साइड में रखा.
चप्पल साइड में रखते बैठे में इतने बड़े विशाल सेट पर खाली बैठे. आप दूर से खाली ऑब्जर्व कर रहे हो, भाई क्या इस जीनियस के दिमाग में क्या चल रहा होगा लाइफ में. What he must be thinking, and that's fascinating to be able. And you can't break his code. You don't know what he's thinking.
Yeah.
And he has a sense of perfection that the bulb has to be right, the lighting has to be perfect, the shawl that you wear can't have a crease. There's an art prop that's moved a little, has to be straight. His observational skills are phenomenal, dude. He's like an eagle.
Wow.
He can spot things from very far.
छोटी
से छोटी चीजें जो हैं उनकी बहुत परखते हैं और देखते हैं कि वो ठीक है कि नहीं. It's the same with performance. And when he doesn't get what he wants, that's the time he starts to kind of get a little upset. Okay. Upset not because or people say temperamental, rather, whatever word that you want to give him. It's because he knows the potential you hold as an actor and you are not able to give it.
Yeah. जब सामने वाला ट्रस्ट कर रहे हैं तो.
जब सामने वाले को आप पे इतना ट्रस्ट है, उनको लग रहा है कि आप उतना दे नहीं पा रहे हो, because आप देना नहीं चाहते हो. So that's his process of getting that out material from an actor.
Wow.
That's probably the best thing that a director can do for an actor. Push you in ways that even you don't know. Or make you do things even you didn't know that you had it within you. And that is why the actors today, when you have a Deepika Padukone and Ranveer Singh, who became massive, I mean, they were always stars, but they became even bigger stars.
Agreed.
Working with him,
With him, right? Sorry.
Ranveer, of course, has had most of his successes with Mr. Bansali too, right?
Right.
Of course, he's been successful before, but he's been a lot more successful with Mr. Bansali.
Padmavat.
Baji Rao, Padmavat,
Ram Leela.
Ram Leela, for that matter of fact, you know, and just it's just beautiful, you know, for an actor. So you can't be complaining.
Of course, of course.
Yeah, there's no complaints.
All the good things from here.
I hope so, man. I really am. Look, I'm not expecting any sense of superstardom after Hira Mandi for myself. I'll be very honest. It's not going to catapult me into superstar. ऐसा कुछ नहीं होने वाला है. But I feel that I am hoping to be in the reckoning. I'm hoping to feel a sense of validation from my audiences who I feel yet my work hadn't reached out to them. And now that it's going to reach out to 192 countries. I feel like just the love would mean the world to me, and that's it. That's the only expectation I have for now. And I get to be taken a little seriously by a lot more filmmakers. And I get to work. You know, there was one point where nothing was going on. And then there's this point where I'm actually going to Film City and I'm going to be on that set and I'm going to be meeting that man who I've been following and I'm in love with as a professional actor for the last so many years, who I शायद औकात से बढ़कर ज़्यादा सोच लिया था मैंने और सपना देख लिया था, लेकिन आई रियलाइज दैट औकात से बढ़कर कभी कभी सपने देखने ज़रूरी है लाइफ में.
जब तक देखोगे नहीं सच कैसे होंगे?
सच कैसे होंगे? Right. So I did, and the next thing I knew that he was walking on set and then he said, he called the cameraman Sudeep Da and he said, okay, all right, and then he just said, Bacha, I'll see you on set tomorrow.
Yeah.
And I kind of looked around and I said, who is he talking to? And he was talking to me. And I was sitting on the throne, Zoravar's throne.
Wow.
You know, and you can imagine what that feeling must be.
Visualizing, yeah.
It's crazy. You enter the set, you entered Hira Mandi.
Exactly.
It was his biggest set till date. And it was just like, I was just lost because I was like, ये हकीकत नहीं हो सकती है. This is not true. But it was. The moment you stop chasing is the moment life happens to you.
Of course you will, for sure, because the kind of work, especially talking about Hira Mandi and Man, the dialogue, what sexy dialogues are there.
Yeah.
You said, you know, you play a lot from your heart.
Yeah.
Zoravar is also from there.
Zoravar is also from the heart. Now you see a lot of the stuff that Zoravar, of course, that I had to derive for Zoravar from it's a lot to do with life.
Okay.
It's a lot to do with failures. It's a lot to do with the fact that this is my only chance. That not every single day an actor gets to work with Mr. Bansali. And every time that I went with folded hands to God and I said, God, why can't you just give me an opportunity here? This is that opportunity. So a lot of the fire came from there.
Okay.
It's a lot to do with my personal life. And then the rest of it, of course, Mr. Bansali creates the sets and creates the atmosphere for an actor. The language, of course, the Urdu, the nuqtas that I had to work on. I have a teacher called Mr. Shekhar Suman in my own house. Exactly. So I learned everything. In terms of wanting to how to speak the Urdu from him. Because Mr. Bansali is very detailed.
And एक chance मिला, you need to prove.
एक chance मिला है और ये chance आएगा ही नहीं bro. ये life and death है. तो इसमें अगर आपको वो नहीं मिला जो आप चाह रहे हो, जो आप सोच रहे हो, फिर आपको हक नहीं बनता लाइफ में कि आप भगवान को बोले आपने मुझे मौका नहीं दिया.
Complain करने का. Agreed.
So I had to give it my best and I did, and I'm hoping on the 1st of May that the audiences give me a sense of validation. You see the amount of people this show is going to reach out to. It's going to be the entire world.
190 countries.
192 countries. Exactly. People are going to see you and good or bad, but they're going to give you a sense of, idea of where you stand as an actor. You know, and I think I've had a massive growth in the last 15 years as an actor. And I'm very glad that इस काम के through मैं इतने लोगों तक पहुंचने वाला हूँ.
On that note, thank you so much for talking to me. Thank you so much. It was pleasure talking to you and all the very best. All the good things from you.
Thank you.